the helpful grandson, and the cherished son. A protective brother, a desired father, a proud firefighter, and a devoted friend. The passing of James is a shock to all of us, a tragedy to his family, and a loss to the community he served. Over the coming days, those of us that knew James will tell stories of his antics and of his jokes. We will talk about the pranks that he played and how he made us laugh. And because of the uniqueness of his laugh, we are likely to speak of that itself. We must remember the playful gifts and remember the core qualities of the man. Qualities that we can learn from and take with us now that James is gone. If you had the opportunity to meet James, spend time with James, and get to know James, then you know how difficult it is to sum James up into a simple statement. He had a generous spirit and a bounding lust for life, a genuine curiosity and an eagerness to learn, combined with a desire to then teach others what he gained. At his core, James had a sense of honor and justice that was unique to James, and he was not afraid to act in defense of that honor. We as a family are very lucky. Lucky to have been part of James's life, lucky to have been raised with him, and lucky to have been by his side when he departed us. James was an integral part of our lives, and there is no way we will ever replace him. Rather, we must remember the mischievous boy, the rebellious teenager, and the honorable man that James became. Our family mourns his loss, and we are so very proud of him. Proud of his devotion to Cindy, proud of his care for his grandparents and his mother, proud of him for the love he showed to us. We will never doubt that love, for he has left us with memories of a life full of his adventure and of his joy. There are those that speak of enacting helmet laws in James's name, and while we as a family know that helmets save lives, we know that that is the last thing that James would want. To his core, James was a staunch defender of personal freedom. He believed that this country was founded upon an adventurous principle of self-determination. He believed in a man's right to choose his own course of action and not to have decisions forced upon him. This was evident in the way in which James lived his entire life, and ultimately by the fact that he chose to leave us. He chose to be released from his body rather than live without the freedom that his body could no longer afford him. So if we wish to truly honor James, then seek out the causes that James held dear. Causes that support personal freedom, causes that help your fellow man, and causes that lift the hearts of those around you. James was devoted to these types of foundations. He volunteered his time to teach English, he spent time teaching children the joys of sailing, and he was involved with the Association for Late Deaf Adults. On several occasions, James rode his bicycle 200 miles to raise money for multiple sclerosis. And with his fellow firefighters, he climbed 42 stories in full fire gear in the name of the American Lung Association. James believed in using his strength to help those that were weak. And this belief is evident in his choice of profession. Being a firefighter was an immense source of pride to James, and he devoted his life to the ranks. He enjoyed the excitement of being a firefighter, but more than that, he cherished the sense of purpose and the ability to help others that the fire services provided. The camaraderie and fellowship of the firefighters is something that he and our family truly cherish. There are so many people that the Fail family would like to thank. The citizens that came to James's aid at the accident scene, we thank you. The doctors and staff at Bayfront Medical Center, for all of your care and effort, we thank you. To the Philpott, Zamorsky, DeMarco, and Logan families for your unending support and love, we thank you and we are so grateful. And finally, to the men and women of the community of firefighters, there are no words that can truly express our gratitude. You have been by Jim's side since the moment the accident occurred, and you have stayed with our entire family. You have guarded James and cared for James. And as a family, we can never repay your generous support. May God bless each and every one of you.